Hey Rockpoint, welcome to the first Sunday of Lent 2024. If Lent is a new thing for you, let me give you a quick rundown. Lent is the season in the church calendar that leads up to Easter. It is 40 days of preparing our hearts and spirits to celebrate Christ's victory over sin and death. It begins on Ash Wednesday, which we observed earlier this week, and it ends on Holy Saturday, the day before Easter. During this time, Christians around the world lean into three spiritual disciplines: fasting, giving, and prayer. We will explore each of these disciplines in more detail in the weeks ahead, so don't worry if you're not sure how you can apply these to your life right now. If Lent is not new to you, I want to invite you to lean into the rhythm of Lent. We observe the Lenten disciplines from Monday to Saturday, and then we pause on Sunday to celebrate God's goodness and Jesus' resurrection. This gives us 40 days of fasting and 6 days of feasting, 40 days of challenge and 6 of celebration. Now, in the past, I've often viewed Lent as a season of scouring, of gritting my teeth while I try to ignore my cravings for sugar or my desire to fill my time with music and podcasts and noise. But this year, I feel God calling Rockpoint to instead use this season to seek out Jesus. Some of that may be challenging, but in a culture that idolizes comfort, willingly taking on some discomfort is actually our act of rebellion against a world that wants to lull us away from God. To that end, each week, I'm going to give you a challenge, and I encourage all of us to lean into that challenge. It will likely take some time and effort, but so does all change. If your spiritual life is perfect already, then feel free to let these challenges pass you by. But if you're looking to get more out of your walk these days, get involved. Take a risk, see what happens. Today, my challenge is simple. Take time this week to think and pray on what are the things that are keeping you from spending more time with Jesus. Write them down. Share them with your spouse or a trusted friend or a family member. They may be sins or they may be distractions, but whatever they are, get them down. We'll come back to them next week. For me, I have too many hobbies, and I often am tempted to think more about my pastimes than about my Savior. So now I've shared this spiritual roadblock with all of you, so I'll be ready for next week's challenge. Now, a quick word before I let you go. Participating in Lent is not going to make God love you more. Nothing you do can earn more of God's love. He already loves you completely. It's also not a magical answer to all of the problems you may be facing. It's more like a spiritual workout. For many of us, we've allowed our spiritual muscles to weaken, but we're in a new season of growth here at Rockpoint, and I'm inviting everyone to join in that growth by spending more time with Jesus and less time on the things that don't really matter. So, Rockpoint, let's grow together.